Yeah, I think on my side, I mean, look, there's no uh, it's actually undeniable that you see the global community from where we're sitting, all of us, uh, scientific or non-scientific. I mean, water has so much impact, on the welfare of people, the environmental continuity, and it made me realize the role that we as the essential service work, especially in local government, have, in the livelihood of our people. And the one thing that I realized was sometimes when we offer the services, we are hardly appreciated. You always have that one customer at the end of the whole value chain who sees the wrong when there's a whole lot of good. But this time around, I realized that even the least appreciative people, they started to realize the impact that this kind of service, has in their livelihood. Hospitals, and you had some of these old age homes that had issues. We even had incidences where some of the customers or industries that were regarded as essential services, some were actually discontinued or disconnected for their services, and but we went back and reconnected them and said you'll deal with the debt later. And that's when I realized the impact this has. But the perception on how I view doing things going onward, I realize that we are bound to innovate ourselves going forward. We are bound to uh, think ahead of time, try to innovate on how we do things, because I don't think this is the last of it all. It might come in a different form in another generation, but then it means we are living in a very dynamic space as engineers. So it also posed a bit of a challenge on us to say, you are no longer traditional, Risimate. You have to be more innovative as you lead and guide people. I mean, I work in a space where the maintenance guys I have on the side of operations is about plus minus 400 people, group of young technicians and engineers, development planners. You have got mechanical guys, electromechanical guys. So all of these guys, they run to you for answers. So even where you had very few answers to give them, but then you have to find most of the information, because even the entity I'm working for, they were never prepared for this. So the perception for me changed from that space to say, uh, much as water it present the welfare and the environmental continuity to our people, but we as the essential service workers, our perception on how we do things need to change. We have to be swift, we have to be accurate, and we have to be actually efficient on how we deliver our services. And this is a model that we also doing some models on how do we then change the way we do things going forward, because we also got a chance to pick up at some of the loopholes. I think those the young guys will know the theory of constraints in the simple value chain system. We also had a chance now to look at where are the bottlenecks on how we're doing our services, and how do we then learn going forward. So it actually presented us to look at the coin on the other side on where we need to improve. And those are some of the things that changed how I looked at how we're actually offering our services. So yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, it has definitely made me appreciate how when everybody during lockdown they were going on about doctors are superheroes. I really felt that superhero thing because the thing you're like behind the scenes, right? Because like nobody really knows what you're doing because we're not
Yes.
on the forefront, but we're the people that provides the infrastructure for everything to happen. So it really did make me feel like I really appreciate what I'm doing, and I think the biggest part of me actually switching to structural engineering eventually was because I wanted to directly impact people's livelihoods. And for me, I know water and roads also do that. But then providing dwellings and providing buildings for people, for me, it really resonated a lot for me, you know, because I think it brings some sort of dignity for people. And so just to be able to provide those kind of infrastructure for people, even during the heart of COVID-19, you know, like we were literally putting our lives on the line, you know, and nobody knew about it. And you had to just suck it up because nobody's clapping hands for you. You just have to do it because you love it, you know. And no one feels sorry for you. Nobody's sending out prayers to the whole country, you know, because like, you know. So it was, yeah. It really made me appreciate what I do on a daily basis, and I think it made us want to do it even more. Especially, I think I've just been blessed with a very great team. You know, the team that I was working with, because everybody is just like on the ball. You know, so yeah, it has really made me appreciate my role in the industry.